Hey there, it's William Westhopper from The Real DC Car Guy, and we're here with Rob Whitley from Lucid. Welcome to the New York Auto Show. So give me a little bit of history about who you are, what brought you to the brand.
So I joined Lucid about 4 years ago in 2020 as the product line manager for the Air. So it was an opportunity I couldn't pass up to join the company even before we went on sale.
So where was that first Lucid touch for you?
What I read first was about Ativa, which I believe we put our battery pack and drive unit technology in a van. And I believe I first saw the acceleration runs, which were pretty unbelievable in a cargo van, and that caught my attention. And then I learned about that technology going into a new car brand called Lucid, and I was always interested in electrification. So to join a company that had the design aesthetic and the chops, that were proven, I jumped at the chance.
What's your role today? I mean, what is your day-to-day role that you play?
Yes, so I'm the product and pricing manager for the Air. Day-to-day, my job is all about ensuring that we market the Air appropriately, that we price it and position it appropriately in the marketplace, and to really optimize the content and value equation to make the car as competitive as possible against our key competitors. Recently, with the lower pricing that we've launched with 24 model year Air Pure, we're able to capitalize on that mid-size luxury sedan competitors, like I mentioned, E-Class and 5 Series. So really shaping the car to optimize sales.
Who is your buyer today?
Our buyer is a customer that's seeking a luxury sedan, not only with stellar performance, because many have that, but ultimate EV efficiency. You have that value equation of having that luxury car with SUVs levels of space at a price point which is extremely compelling for a car that also has performance capabilities of a sports car. So our buyer is very much interested in one, luxury, but two, range and EV range.
So luxury was the touch I was going to make to it, because you do have a luxurious vehicle that's also climate friendly, earth friendly, environmentally friendly materials inside of it, which is not what your kind of Cadillac buyer of gone by was looking for. I mean, they were looking for as much oil-based products as possible.
There is that duality with Air, which is amazing when you get into the details. You wouldn't expect a sedan, luxury sedan of that size to be as efficient as it is. We have the most efficient EV sold in America today, and this isn't an economy car. It's a very good sized luxury sedan with the opulence and the serenity and the great ride handling combination and performance you'd expect for under 70,000. And like you mentioned, a lot of our materials are sustainably sourced. So from recycled textiles to sustainably sourced leathers from one of the world's only carbon neutral providers of leather. That sustainability aspect has been key with the design of the Air from the very beginning.
What's the next step with Lucid? I mean, we're seeing a lot of brands go to SUVs, to go to pickup trucks. You're already a big brand, a big vehicle, not a small, because think back, like Nissan Leaf, it was tiny. And now we have the Aria, which is from Nissan, which is big. So are you, what's the future with Lucid?
Yeah, so we're exactly expanding, and as you mentioned, we didn't start as a small car. The Air is a mid-sized to large luxury sedan. It has the space of a large luxury sedan, but the footprint is much more mid-size like and is much more maneuverable and capable that way. But what's big for 24 model year is that we've expanded the portfolio with our bookends. So we now have Air Pure, which is rear-wheel drive only for 24 model year. Air Pure starts at under $70,000, so that's been key for 24 model year to really broaden that sales base and broaden that TAM, total addressable market, into, like I mentioned earlier, the mid-sized luxury sedan space. So that's key for 24, is broadening on the lower end. And on the higher end for Air Sapphire, which we recently launched, that is the pinnacle performance, the 1,234 horsepower variant. Easy to remember, 1, 2, 3, 4 horsepower there. That one is really expanding our our reach and our performance capabilities and showcasing what Lucid can do. That is the quickest production sedan in the world, 0 to 60 in 1.89 seconds, 205 mile per hour
So
top
what
speed.
is your corporate car that you drive?
And I have an Air Pure all-wheel drive, which is quite amazing. Not quite 1,234 horsepower. It's at 480, but
you have something to aspire to.
Exactly.
You have to get to the next level, executive level, to get the higher horsepower.
I'll need to talk to someone about that, maybe to get that Sapphire. Exactly. But you know, we also do have an SUV coming. I'm the Air Product Manager, so I can't speak too well about the SUV. But Gravity is the name of our SUV, which will be coming.
Now let's talk about the fact that you're an American-made car. And where are you manufactured in?
We are produced in Arizona. Yep, we assemble the cars in Arizona.
Let's talk about how it came. You know, who was the idea person? Where did it come from? Because that's one of the big things everybody's concerned about now is that electric vehicles are all coming from overseas. Talk about the American build of the...
Right. So as you mentioned, our cars are assembled in Arizona at a new factory that we started from the beginning back to our sustainability story. That was key in the production of the factory as well. Our vehicle is designed in California by our California-based design and engineering team. So that's, you know, the American story and the sustainability story were both key from the very inception of Air. So our CEO, Peter Rawlinson, he had a vision for what he wanted, you know, the next electric sedan to be. So Peter and others, you know, decided to create Lucid Air, and you know, with that, it was, you know, key to remain in the California area, the Bay Area, because that's, you know, tech leadership of the United States, and the manufacturing base in the U.S. was also key, and that's part of the reason why Arizona was chosen.
Are your parts coming from American-based parts, or are they you know, what's that makeup?
Of course, you know, being a globalized, you know, society now. Much is sourced around the world, but the majority of parts are U.S. Canadian parts content. I believe the Minerani label shows that we're 51% U.S. and Canada.
So tell me about the dealership operations that you have here in the United States.
Like you mentioned, we are direct to consumer. We don't have a typical dealership model. I believe we have over 40 cell studios at this point worldwide. We've recently opened studios in Munich, Germany, and we have studios in the Middle East as well. But yes, we have quite a few in the United States, and in Washington, D.C. we have one in Tyson's Corner. Exactly.
Yes. So are you expanding out to other areas as well?
Yes, we've opened several, I believe, probably a dozen or so over the past year, and looking to continue to expand in those areas where we see opportunity for EVs. And
well, Rob, thank you so much for spending some time here at the New York Auto Show with me, and hopefully we'll have some more stories.
Yeah, thanks so much.